have taken over the hallowed ground between the hedges, and you know the dogs are ready to bite. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air on first down. Right on the money. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's think a second about Arizona State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. When you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off-season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad. And
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Buys a little extra time. Rolling right and going deep. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. He wants to throw it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. The screen, and watch out. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's third and goal and third and long. They'll go to the air. Caught. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up fourth and goal.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And the kicker starts the year perfect. Nice job, nice way to start the year. The offense takes the football down the field. Yeah, you want to get touchdowns, but getting points on the first drive to start the season, really nice job by this unit.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold them here on third down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. There he goes. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
All right, nice job by the QB. It's third down, it's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Handoff from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's caught. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped him.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To the air on second down. Now adjusting. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolute shame. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Found the spot in the defense. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Using his legs, it's Yoder. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Wants to fire on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Turning it on. Touchdown, Dogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
It's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Northwestern was able to come away with the win, as they have in Evanston so many times before, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pocket breaking down. Back open in the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Motion from the wideout. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets rid of it. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry up. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Sun Devils are on the move. Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Wood. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Bunch formation for these receivers. They want to throw it. He rifles one deep down the middle. Got his man downfield. All out of space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Finds his man. It's Wood. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Now on first down from the 28. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Sun Devils can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. A little release to the back. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Sun Devils want to move quickly. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Fires to the tight end. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Sun Devils will line it up on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Wants to throw again. Looking for the goal line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Set to advance on the football.
And here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to go up top and times running out in the half. Makes the catch. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Dogs come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's Ramsey. Breaks into the open. They'll ride him out of bounds. That's the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident, not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen. So that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He caught it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Using the quick game. They will score! Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. One more snap coming before halftime. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will clear it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Moore. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. He was doing everything he could. Got away from one guy, but not that next one, and he came up short.
Yeah, he needed a few more extra efforts to find a way to make that happen. Nice catch. Nice job breaking the first tackle, but couldn't get rid of the next guy and get that extra yardage needed for the first down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, the quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, we've seen this all night long. The defense closing in on these throws. The windows are constricting so quickly. It's been a tough night at the office for this quarterback, and he gets another one knocked to the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
That one was leaking and losing altitude fast, but it made it home. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Touch pass on the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tosses to the quarterback. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Trying to take it back. 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ripped.
Touchdown, Dogs! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
next incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. It's complete to the left. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The Sun Devils are in the hurry-up. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
And the Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. On the run, still looking. Trying to... It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And he was under so much stress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive. But the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Quarterback making adjustments. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance.
Being run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit.
There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit 000 in a captivating game today in the American. Tulane delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in New Orleans. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the American. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick strike complete. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Sun Devils in the hurry-up.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Good enough for a first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll give it to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Second down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires left. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
It's been that kind of day for this offense. They just simply have not been able to execute. They haven't been able to put points up on the board because of plays like that, because of drops.
Makes the grab. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes.
His feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Wants to throw it. Makes the grab. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can...
Touchdown, Sun Devils! A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 82 yards, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, the good news on that play is the quarterback was able to scramble and go pick up the first down with the lead late in the game. Bad news is, though, you just love them to stay in bounds to get this clock started sooner so you can bleed more of it off. That's just a coachable moment moving forward, having a better understanding of the situation in game.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Finds his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Moving deeper in.
Timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking. and they can just run the football up multiple possessions, they're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Dangerous screen into traffic. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. And the Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He might want another play. Calls his own number, and he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Here we go, here we go.
A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. It's complete on the right side. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
And the Sun Devils will try to convert on 4th down.
Here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Under fire. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Running back searching for a hole. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.